Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. So today we've got our Valentine's collaboration, and this time it's going to be a Valentine's battle. So this is a collab with a twist. We're not doing our usual favourite pinks and reds and things like that for Valentine's Day. We're going to go with 5 rounds, and it's 2 polishes against each other in each round. So those are the 5 rounds. And what I'm going to do is show you my choices, but if you want to join in with this collab, you can use the hashtag Valentines Battle on Instagram, and also please check out everybody else's videos down below. So let's make a start with the first round. So for the first 2 polishes, this is Romance versus Lust. And for the romance polish, I've chosen a new addition to my collection. This is Olivia from Different Dimension, and this is my only Different Dimension, but based on this polish alone, I would definitely be in the market for picking up more of this brand. It's absolutely beautiful, and it just reminds me of a kind of pretty dress from an old-fashioned romantic film. It's an icy blue, and it's got this beautiful flaky shimmery holographic, but with this kind of pink glow. It's absolutely beautiful. So that's Olivia. And for my Lust polish, this jumped out at me as very vampy, very kind of sexy black red party type of polish, but it also just gives me that kind of bit of a dangerous naughty vibe to it as well. And this is from OPI, Today I Accomplished 0, and this was actually sent to me by Amanda, the nail polish hound. I did have a very similar OPI that was, but it was textured, so I destashed it, and Amanda sent me this one. So this is my Romance versus Lust, and on the swatch wheel, that's Different Dimension in 2 coats, Olivia. And this one is Today I Accomplished 0 with those pretty red glitters. I've turned the overlight lamp off, so we've just got the daylight here. And of the 2, I do like them both, but I'm going to have to say this one, Did the Different Dimension, wins this battle, just because it's so complex and there's so many things going on. And yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Although I do really like this polish. Originally in the Instagram chat when we were arranging this this collaboration, I said what you'll have to do is destash the one that loses the battle, and it was just like horror. I was joking, I would never do that, but yeah, it's just, I say these things for my amusement sometimes. Plus I'm on a bit of a destashing kick at the moment. So let's have a look at the next round. So this is Wedding and Divorce, and I have mentioned that very recently I wore this polish for a wedding, and oh god, it's absolutely beautiful. So it's got the holographic, it looks very dainty. It's this kind of neutral grey silvery base packed with micro holographic glitters, but it's also got that beautiful purple glow. And yeah, I've said this before, I couldn't stop staring at my nails when I wore this. And that's Sacred from Ada's Nails. And to me, you know, the word sacred, and also it reminded me of, you know, I wore this polish recently for a wedding, so this is the one that I've chose for wedding. For divorce, I've got this one here, which is an Essie Mini, and this is really just for the name. Now, although I think this is funny, I do like the polish for the name, I do think that marriage is a partnership, an equal partnership. So if you really do have that attitude of you're always Mrs. Right, then I think this potentially could be the, you know, heading for the divorce courts kind of polish. So that's what I've chosen for that one. Which one I would choose is this one. It's just such a beautiful polish, although the Mrs. Always Right is the only one that I didn't have to do more than one coat. So this is a really good solid one coater. So that's Mrs Always Right from Essie, beaten by Sacred from Arda's Nails. So the next battle is Soulmate versus Friendzone, and for the Soulmate I've got to go with something that's dependable, that every day that I could turn to, and this is tiramisu for two. And also you would have to be my soulmate for me to share any kind of dessert or my tiramisu with you. So that is my soulmate polish. Versus this is Pretty Serious Fairy Guts, and this is my Friendzone polish. It's very pretty. It's probably one of the first rainbow flaky holographic toppers, like those opalescent kind of rainbowy flakies, that came out before, you know, most brands have got them now, and it's just not, it's a bit smelly, it's not the greatest formula. I've not reached for it for a long time. I think I've swatched it actually more than I've worn it. I have worn it a few times and it didn't dry particularly well. So this is the kind of polish that represents who I would put in the friend zone. Something that originally looked nice and pretty, but just kind of didn't really, you know, match up to what I expected. So that's tiramisu for two versus Pretty Serious Fairy Guts. And on the swatch wheel, that's tiramisu for two, beautiful nude neutral. This is just over on its own on the swatch wheel, but I've also put it over Pretty Serious Snugglebutt. And it's, yeah, it's a very pretty rainbow flaky, but I have got Davros, which is again a better formula. So Davros that was sent to me by Debbie. Yeah, and I prefer that to this one. So ever since Davros arrived, Fairy Guts kind of got sent to the friend zone. And of the two, I would definitely choose my soulmate to win this battle. And this, I think, is a tricky category. And this one is what I would wear on a first date. So just something very pretty, girly, makes me feel good about myself. And this is called Save Your Scissors. And it's a Girly Bits polish that was sent over to me from Canada, from Ruby. So thank you, Ruby. This is such a pretty polish. Yeah, and just something that's very pretty, first date, appropriate, makes me feel good about myself. Now this one, I kind of regret picking this out because of the name. I just thought it actually doesn't represent the kind of person that I am. I don't really have sort of revenge in me. However, if I knew I was going on a date that was the last date, for whatever reason, I would want to feel good about myself and kind of powerful and ready for the next phase of my life. And I mean, it just, the name's funny, but it's a very, very pretty purple holographic from Polish Me Royalty. So that represents my first day and last day, and this is a really tricky one to choose between them. I think I'm probably going to go with the Girly Bits, although Revenge is an old favourite of mine. I'm going to go with the Girly Bits just because I don't have too many Crellies, that I just don't reach for them. But this one and also a Scofflaw polish that I've got, that are my two sort of favourite Crellies, and a painted polish. So I've actually got only three. I haven't got many Crellies that I really enjoy, and this one is one of them. So I would go with the first date. Although it's really hard, I'm kind of wanting to change my mind to last date. It's a tie, I think, between these two. And last but not least is Mr. Right versus Mr. Fright, or Mrs. Right versus Mrs. Fright. And for my Mr. Right polish, this is what I've chosen. This is Ha 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 from Polish Me Royalty, which features quite a bit actually. A couple of polishes from Polish Me Royalty in this video, and this one was from the Worst Heroes Ever collection, and it's just an absolutely beautiful polish. That's two coats. So it's got this base, shimmery base, but it's packed with, it's mainly fuchsia pink and turquoise green flakies. And yeah, I put it on my thumb actually last night, and I couldn't stop staring at it. And I absolutely love it. But for me, Mr Right has to be somebody who, the key ingredient is somebody who makes me laugh. So for the name, ha ha ha, this polish for me represents Mr Right. And Mr Fright is this was a polish that I got from H&M in a recent haul, and I don't think I realised it was going to be one of the, and I know that they're very like fashionable at the moment, these sheer glowy shimmery unicorn pea kind of toppers, but they're just not for me. I do like shimmers, I love shimmery polishes, and this is it over Snugglebutt here. It's kind of gold to red duochromy unicorn pea-ish type of shimmer, but I just know that I'm not going to reach for it. And also because it's wishy-washy, that would be the worst like personality trait that I would go for in a partner. So that would be Mr Fright for me, is somebody who's wishy-washy, sheer, you don't really reach for, kind of forgotten that that's there, and you don't really pay too much attention to. So that's my Mr Fright polish. And of the two, I'm definitely going to say that ha 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 wins this battle. So there we go, there are my 10 Valentine's Battle nail polishes, and let me know if you think I've made the right decision. I feel as though I've gone for the kind of goody two-shoes option in each of the battles. And the only one really that I think is a tie is the first date and the last date. But let me know what you think, and if you want to join in on this Valentine's Battle collaboration, if you can use the hashtag Valentine's Battle on Instagram, and please go and check out everybody else's videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy Valentine's Day, bye!